Trying to see if we can increase any of the. Okay, that's fine. Audio seems good. Okay. I'm using my microphone here because Angel has my clip on. Okay, so let's do this. I got to share this out, and I didn't prepare for this part of the show. And I know you guys are probably mad at me. I should have prepared. Always be prepared is what the Boy Scouts do, and I was only a Boy Scout for a very short time. Actually, I was a Cub Scout. Oh, yeah, you can see what I did do. I got both the maps up, and I do have, for all of you who've been giving me all the places, hey, a Veterans Affair Media, you are going to love what I'm going to be talking about tonight. But I do have that done. So I did something productive this weekend. Um, I do want to push out this live. So excuse me while I do this. Profile, there we go. And then on Facebook, I got to share it to my groups. Yeah, Connor, you're going to love what I want to show the audience tonight. It is so much of you and me and the things we've been going through. This is a very blatant case. I'm going to share this to the Otter Creek group just in case if people want to discuss that. Man, I'm still kind of like funky. There we go. That's a little bit better. So we got it shared there on X. Now I'm going to retweet, and now I'm going to share it to my groups there. A lot of good people out there on Twitter have been helping me just get these out there, and that's really driven up the traffic, and I appreciate it so much. And look at that. They're pushing me stuff, and then I push stuff out. You know, I love when we're a community that supports each other. You like the goatee? My mom hates it. She thinks it makes me look old. I am growing it out, though. I'm going to try to get it to where I can, like put little things in it and whatnot. I've got a plan. So there is a video of mine that's going to go out tomorrow. It's a short, but it's all in what I'm about to show you guys. And yeah, here we go. Boom. This is just ridiculous. I'm gonna put the chat overlay. I'm gonna take it off just for a short time, just to make this bigger so you guys can see it better. But yeah, you're not gonna believe it. Well, Kanu, you're gonna believe it. Everyone else is not gonna believe it. You and I can believe that this happened. And this, I don't know where exactly. This comes from a YouTuber at Love Yourself for the number 4 who -u-r. He's a veteran of the U.S. military. He was volunteering at his local VA when local police encircled him on his way out of the parking garage. You are not going to believe this. I hope the audio is good. If it's not, let me know. I'll do what I can to make it better. But yeah, let's go into this.
Are you a veteran?
No.
Can I get some ID on you?
No.
I need to see your ID.
What?
Because this is federal property and you're not a veteran.
I'm not.
I just asked you if you were a veteran. You told me no.
I did?
When I asked you if you're a veteran, you said no.
I said yes.
Are you a veteran?
Yes.
All right, what's your last four, bro?
I'm not telling you my last four. I don't know you.
What's your name?
Who are you? Get away from me.
What is your name?
You want to be famous?
That's fine. Okay,
What is this shit? Get your hand off my car, sir.
Get out the car.
Look at him. His hand's on his gun.
You're a toy.
You're ugly.
You're a toy.
You're
That's
ugly.
great. Hands on the
All right, they're arresting me. Freaking tired. Are your body cams on?
Put that phone down.
Whoa there, Tiger.
Put the phone
You just
down.
assaulted
Put the
me.
phone
You
down.
just assaulted me. He just punched my hand
Yeah.
trying to get my phone. You know you're crooked. You guys know what you're doing. You guys broke every rule. Fired, fired, fired.
Are you a veteran?
Okay, so here, let me. I'll take that off, and I'll put the chat overlay. Okay, you're familiar with Kurt Dog. Okay, I was not. I saw this maybe half an hour ago, and I'll show you guys the tweet that I've already put up. Here, I've got to stop sharing. Now I got to reshare so I can show you the tweet. Okay, so here's the tweet I put up. I put, why is this becoming more and more routine? VA police violating rights, no body cameras, hashtag the VA sucks, hashtag support squad, at House Armed Services Committee Republicans, at House Services Committee Democrats, at Rep Mike Bost, at Jay Obernolte, at Rep Mike Rogers, Alabama, at Rep Raul Ruiz, MD. So I'm adding these congressmen because I've talked with almost every single one of them. Only one I have not ever personally talked to is Rep Mike Rogers. He is the chair for the House VA committee. Rep Mike Bost is a ranking member. Jay Obernolte, he's actually my congressman. Raul Ruiz is my past congressman. So this is what they do to us. And you can see I've got the whole video. I did a screen record, put the whole thing up. Tomorrow I've got me reacting to it because as soon as I saw it, I couldn't believe it. So I was like, okay, let me do another reaction. So you guys will see my very raw reaction tomorrow morning. That's going to go out. This is just, whoa, we got the cat down here and the dog. This is just crazy. It's just ridiculous, this stuff. I dealt with it. Kahanu's dealing with it. Kevin, the angry vet, is dealing with it. You need to stop. We need to treat our veterans. Well, there went my light. The light's not too happy about it, I guess. I hang this thing up here rather precariously, so I'm not surprised that it fell. There we go. There we go. Come on. It wants to hook. It wants to hook. Much like your prom date, it wants to hook. Okay, come on. Come on, don't really be dumb. There we go. There we go. Nothing a clamp couldn't fix. Always have a clamp nearby, people. Words of wisdom from Skipper. This video is the inspiration behind my video, Tactical Advantage Over Veterans. You know, I'm still shaking my head. That video is very clear on how they treat vets. Think about what they would have done if he didn't have his ID. What have they done to him since he had his ID? You know, they were asking for him for his last four. There's a reason why a VA cop wants your name and your last four. They want to go into your medical record and put things in your record. That's what they want to do. Maybe this is the first time I saw this. Maybe, Connor, maybe you can enlighten me as to when and where this occurred. Because, yeah, this is my first time dealing with it. And was the audio okay? I've had issues with restreaming the audio. Politicians don't care about veterans unless they're in a re-election year and want our vote. Well, guess what? We're in a re-election year. Yeah, we're in a re-election year for all these congressmen. So let's put the heat on them. You know, we really need to come up with. Sorry, I got like fuzzies on my thing. The cat's been up here and it's his hair. Yeah, they wanted like like Kahanu just said, they wanted to flag them. That's what they want to do with veterans. They want to flag you so then they can deny you care and play games, just like how they're playing games with Kahanu, where they told him, oh, you need to come in for an appointment. And then he gets there and the security's on him from the moment he steps in the door. And, oh, now there's suddenly not an appointment. Wow, this thing is really bright. There we go. That's a little bit better. So yeah, that's what they do, and it's ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. So, people send me stuff. People send me funny stuff. Ooh, I think I might have another reaction that we can show. But yeah, this is what the VA does to people. How long ago was this? Do you know? They expect us to obey when they are supposed to protect us. Absolutely. Tyrant Clowns is the channel where I found it, but they did link it back to Kurt Dog, who is at Love Yourself, the number 4, the word who dash you dash R. So I'm going to give him a subscribe right now. Okay, I got to switch accounts. See, that's the problem with Veteran Nation. It's actually a channel, not an account. There we go. So I have to go into my account. So that's why when you guys see me on YouTube posting, sometimes it says Skipper Veteran Nation. Sometimes the comments are from Veteran Nation. If it's from Veteran Nation, I'm in the channel. If it's Skipper, it's my personal. And that I'm the admin for the Veteran Nation channel. Because there are people who do have access to it. He was already having a mental health issue, and when he went, and they made it way worse. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Who would not be traumatized by that? I know he sounds in good spirits during that, but you have to understand, rarely do the attacks happen right then and there. So there are times where something will happen to me, and because I'm very clear of thought, and I've got my PTSD processes, I'll be like, okay, I can handle this. We can do this, and I'll go through and seem just fine, and get home, close the door, let down my guard, and then have a massive attack. And that's PTSD. You try to stave it off, and when those attacks come, you should have a plan for when they come. People to talk to, things to do. I've got to show this other video though, but I don't want to get off topic. So yeah, this is what's ridiculous. I'm gonna try to see if I can reach out to this guy, and I'd love to talk to him. I'd love to have him. If we really want to do, or I should say, I really want to do a joint letter and get other veterans with platforms to sign on to the letter. Because when we speak as one, it's much more powerful than it's powerful when each of you sends a letter. When you do send a letter and say, hey, I saw this, or I know this is happening, it's not right. That is powerful. When you put pen to paper, that's a powerful thing, because you've given of your time, you've given of your money because you mailed it, and you also wrote it out. You didn't put it into AI and say, write me a letter for this. So, they recognize that. Now, they get form letters all the time, which when they get a lot of them, that's powerful, but nothing is more powerful than a handwritten letter. That's very true. They will, and especially in an election year, and if you're one of their constituents, which one of those Congress people, like I said, one was mine, and the other one is my old one, and his district is not too far away. Let me tell you, I was in his district today. So you know, it's not far from me to go from my congressman's district to another one and, you know, see this stuff. Most of you guys are here from YouTube, so if you could hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already. What do you think of my maps? I got my maps up there, and I'm tracking down where everybody is from. So when you're like, hey, watching from, you know, Medford, Oregon is the one. I put that one up there. Alpine, Michigan, I put up there. The other one today that I put up there was Revere Beach, Massachusetts. Apparently, it's home of the first ever public beach. And as Mayor Vaughn from Amity Beach, Amity, Massachusetts, will tell you, you know, Amity means friendship. And you got to keep those beaches open. Got to keep getting those summer dollars. If you guys are Jaws fans. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. Here, let me pull up Twitter again. And this video, I'll apologize now. I've only seen it. I haven't heard it. So I don't know if there's any naughty language. Hold on.
Come slap me, white boy. Come on. White boy.
I'm going to full size this so then we can actually see it. I notice he's already saying white boy, and he's a white guy, so we can already feel the douche chills. My son is getting ready to retire as a command sergeant major. He already has 100% disability through the VA. Monday's having his separation physical. Is there anything I need to have for him to keep an eye open for? Well, no, he's got his 100% disability. That's good. He'll be getting that. He'll be getting his retirement pay. The only other thing I would say is if any of his injuries require like a back brace, foot brace, any type of prosthetic, anything like that, with those type of things, they do wear on your clothes, and he would be eligible for a clothing allowance. And if it's something he has to wear every year, that's an extra $1,000 possibly every year. So there you go. More tips from the skipper. I can't tell you because I don't know anything about his individual case. So I can't tell you if, anything more than that he may rate it. So let's watch this guy. It's obviously at a sporting event or some type of concert, and he's a bro. So let's see what he has to say.
You say you slap me, didn't you, white boy? Come on, white boy. Come slap me, white boy. Come on. You white boys screaming niggas. They slap me. Slap me. Stand on business. You white boys screaming niggas. Say you slap me. Slap me. Slap me. Slap me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Slap me. Slap me. Slap me. That's what you say. Scream out.
All right, he's assault. Got to be ready for those punches, man. This is not a good place to fight. Yeah, so not good to do that at a sporting event, folks. Don't, go enjoy the game, have fun. Don't be causing problems. But that, as soon as the guy was saying white boy, I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be a douchebag about it. And look, he was getting himself all hyped. The other guy's there, nonchalant, and it's normally the quiet guy in a fight that you got to worry about. I've learned that many, many times over. Thank you for the info. I'll definitely pass it on to him. God bless for helping other vets. Oh, well, hey, it's what we do here. It is what we do here. Do me a favor, though. Hit the like, share, subscribe, all that. And also check out, as you can see down here, veterannationfoundation.com. I'm actually working on a couple of t-shirts. I'll run this by you guys. Kevin, oh Kevin, you missed the start. I had a video of a veteran getting harassed by VA police. Go figure, getting arrested and thrown about. One I hadn't seen before. Kanu had seen it before, so was that that was such a classic commercial. Those iconic commercials never go away. But yeah, so the quiet guy in a fight is normally the one who's coming to the fight ready because he's not expending any of his stuff. Oh my god. Okay, I know where that one came from. I'm not starting fights tonight. I am not starting any fights tonight. People want me to. They send me stuff that I know if I comment, I can like things on Twitter. There are things that when people send me, I know if I like it, it's going to turn into a fight. And sometimes, like I got called out on Friday by a good friend of mine. I commented in something. He started sending me text messages. And I was like, oh, I know trust me, dude. I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, I was starting some shit. I'm trying to look at what else they have going on here. The quiet ones, no, they don't have to prove anything until it's needed. Absolutely, 100%. People were talking about the upcoming Civil War. Hey, Linda. Okay, Linda, I've got the international board up. I forgot to write down, I believe I did, where you're from in Australia. I have Brisbane and the Gold Coast marked on the map. Let me know if those are close enough or if I have to mark another town. But welcome. Always great to have our friends from the other side, not just the Eastern Hemisphere, but the Southern Hemisphere. I'm looking to see what else, if there's anything else. I'm closer to Sydney, not Queensland. You don't have to give me the exact town, but if you give me a town, I can look it up and try to get it as close as possible onto the map. I don't want to dox anybody. You don't give me your address, people. I don't need that. Just closest town that you would like me to mark on the map. I was looking. We got almost 50 people who've given me their locations that I've got on there. I'm okay. I'm going through my Twitter. I'm looking for things to show you guys. Newcastle. Okay, so let me pull up Newcastle, just so I don't screw it up. Okay, there, I got you. And I'm just making sure. Okay. All right, let's put you on the map. Oh. There we go. It's a blue pin. And actually, Newcastle was on the map, so there you go. You're on the map of our super fans. It's got to be Kevin. It's got to be late for you, isn't it? Yeah, it's like midnight. Oh, I definitely can't show that. A woman flashed the crowd at the Edmonton Oilers playoff game, so I can't show that. No boobies. If you want that video, message me privately. What is this? What is this? Oh. No, that's not what I'm going to show. There's so many people send me things, and it's like, oh, yeah, especially the memes. Like, can't show that. I can't show that. And like I said, I'm not trying to start fights tonight. There are times where I start fights. Tonight is not going to be that night. I don't get what's going on there. I'm just going through my timeline here. And because a lot of people I know post naughty stuff, I'm not putting it on this stuff. One of them is, if you follow the comedian Bert Kreischer, he had a picture of his wife in lingerie, and people, I think it was an AI generated image to see how she'd look in something, but he posted it, and people started, oh, there's a machete fight, guy loses a hand. I can't post it. I can't show any of this stuff. I love my Twitter feed, but you guys sometimes. Oh. Okay. Ralphie May, that's a thing going around. I'm not going to show that. No, I'm not going to show that. Okay, I will show this. Hold on. I'm going to. And people were talking about this, and I commented on it. Okay. Now, this. I hate certain things. I hate most. Okay, I want it on the record. I hate most announcers. Okay. This one is talking about how bad female sports announcers are, and this one is particularly bad. I just hate most sports announcers. I actually would, for like NFL, I would pay for the NFL ticket if they had special announcers, because it's essentially pay-per-view, who would cuss. And we're like, oh, he hit the shit out of that guy. I would pay extra for that. I hate the announcers that they have on regular TV. But this one I'm going to play. Let me know if you can't hear it all right. In fact, I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. So let's go.
Brent Rooker towards left field. Brent Rooker's going to light him up. Another long bomb for Brent Rooker with a dozen this season. He saw all the fun that everyone else was having and said, give me a piece of the action.
I just don't like, okay. I will criticize a lot of male announcers, but it's not that fake. Oh, look at that. And when you do see that, we criticize men for that. But this is what you get with so many female announcers nowadays. It's like, ugh. That's all I can say is ugh. Or as my friends of Jeremy Hales would say, ugh. Let's see. So many good things on my feed that I just can't put up here. You guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, you should be. Girls fighting, they're always horrible because women don't know how to fight. Most women, like, they never throw a good punch. What is this? Oh, okay. This one I'll show. This one I'll show. This guy's a real piece of crap. All right.
Look at me, ma'am. He keeps tiring.
Ma'am, I told you once before, let me please help you understand.
Because I can.
Well,
Because I can. It's not a crime to smell.
it's not a crime to
Continue
smell,
what you were saying.
but it doesn't help you, all right, to irritate people.
All right.
And you have a lot at stake in this case.
It's not a crime to smell, is it?
I didn't say you were committing a
Okay
crime.
then.
I'm saying you're
Continue
not
what you were
helping
saying.
yourself.
Continue what you were saying.
I'm
I'm allowed
done.
to smell.
I would suggest
All
you
right.
do what helps
Okay.
you, not what hurts you.
Okay.
That's
Do what I
all.
want to do.
Well,
Let's
do
get
what
that
you want to
understood.
do. That's fine.
Let's get that understood.
Just that's a killer. He killed that woman's 2 children, and he's blowing kisses to her while he's sitting there. We need to stop accepting this piece of behavior, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Hold on. Here's another one I get to show you guys. Hold on. I gotta pause it. This one's a doozy. Okay, this is this one is an energy awakening class, apparently. And the question is, would you let your wife attend? Thank you for the shout out. Yeah, everyone definitely check out Chris Stockton. Check out his show, C Stock 1976 on Twitter, and it's called Chatting with Sasquatch. First time I heard a female announcer. Wow, that's just not the same as a male announcer. Yeah, she's not good at. Yeah, it's just these fake voices. Oh. The judge should let her kick him in the balls. Well, with this one, would you let your wife be in this class?
Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times.
So you tell me. Would you let your wife be part of that class? That needs the someone needs to stitch that with the yeah, it's an energy awakening class. Someone needs to stitch that with the girl from When Harry Met Sally with I'll have what she's having. Oh, Judge Simpson is awesome. I actually did a video of his on the last stream. So Judge Simpson is out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. And, you know, Ann Arbor is the home of University of Michigan, but right next to Ann Arbor is Ypsilanti. And they're both in the county of Washtenaw, Michigan. And I was a journalism student in Ypsilanti at Eastern Michigan University, and they sent me to go to that same courtroom or that same courthouse to cover court stories. And we had to come back with multiple stories from court. And I did not do one on Judge Simpson's case, but I know who he is. I did see him there, and it's funny because a couple people did do stories on Judge Simpson. Old Squishy Gardner on YouTube. Here, I'll pull that up so you guys can see it. He does a lot of the Michigan. He does a lot of the Michigan court stuff. Great channel. Here, I'm going to show you his channel here in just a second. So this is Old Squishy Gardner's channel, and all he does is watch court. And Judge Simpson is right here, right in the middle. He always, here's Judge Simpson right here. He always gets the good cases. He always gets them. There's a lot of good stuff on here, and several of the she's really too. She gets this judge here. I can't remember her name offhand. There's also a prosecutor who is she stays so professional when these crazy cases come, and she's quite easy on the eyes as well. But she will sometimes have a reaction that she just can't control, and it's just funny when you get someone who's incredibly professional to break. That's a great time. Yeah, that's a great name, Old Squishy Gardner. I need to send you the T-shirt I got. What T-shirt did you get? Everyone can go to veterannationfoundation.com and get a T-shirt. And the two T-shirts I'll run it by you guys that I'm thinking of is one is ask me for my commands recipe for a soup sandwich. I'm thinking about making that into a T-shirt. And the other one, hold on here. I gotta pull it up. See, this is why whenever these ideas come to me, I immediately put them in my phone, or uh, I write them down. Oh, one where it just says, "I am the good idea fairy with a magic wand." Now, if you're familiar with the military, a soup sandwich is when your command just screws everything up. It's like, yeah, this mission is going to be a soup sandwich. We'll also say it's effed up like a football bat. Uh, and then for the good idea fairy, the good idea fairies are the people in your command who they come in with their good ideas and they sprinkle their fairy dust around and they're like, you know what you should do, but it's never things of, hey, put me in charge to make this happen. It's always, no, you should do this. And it's like they're almost always bad ideas. I'm looking here. Ugh. Hold on, people are. Okay, I got your picture here, Chris. Big drunk, just believe it. Bethany Beach, Delaware. That's funny. That's funny. I like it. It's Sasquatch, so it fits you and your branding. Chris has a very long beard, very bushy beard, so that's why Sasquatch. Let's go back here to the feed. I'm trying to look here, see if there's anything good. What is this? It's Supreme Court season, people. So for those of you who don't follow the court too often, the court adjourns before the 4th of July. And so from now until then, normally the last 2 months is when you start seeing all these rulings really come out. They can come out at any point, but the judges normally like to take their time because they just need to clear out the docket before they recess, normally for 4th of July. So normally they try by 30 June. And you're starting to see stuff. And I do know there's a couple big gun cases up there. There's stuff that I want to put up. I'm trying not to get deplatformed. I'm really trying not to this time. It's happened too many times. Too many. I've succumbed. Dear Lord Jesus, we both know that I am a sinner. Please help me not to sin. I am a sinner, and I will keep sinning. And I need, pray for me. I need sweet baby Jesus's forgiveness. I do have to give that one a like, even though I can't show it. I don't want to get other people in trouble. Yeah, I don't want to do the, it's just a prank. I saw the armed scholar headline that the ATF got spanked on. I'm trying to think. Which one did the ATF? Hold on. I like the armed scholar, but he's sometimes, like, he makes his headlines a little bit misleading. So I'm looking up right now ATF SCOTUS. They're gonna hear ghost guns. That's actually not new. What am I doing? I'll just go to SCOTUS blog. SCOTUS blog is very, very informative. They left Twitter, which I think is absolutely stupid. Here, I'll put up SCOTUS blog so you guys can see it. It's definitely a great resource. Very independent resource, so you don't have to worry about, slant. Sometimes there's a little bit, but not much. It's like real clear politics. Let me accept the cookies. I'll tell you, the guy that I always watch is Mark Smith of the Four Boxes Diner. His channel is called Four Boxes Diner. Also Washington Gun Law, two very straightforward guys about gun rights and gun cases. Isn't Higgins from the KR trial an ATF? Yes, he is. In fact, I was watching a lot of stuff about that case today, about how I didn't start with the case. I'm getting caught up in it. So what I take from it, he tried to kiss Karen Reed, and there was some type of issue. She left with her now deceased boyfriend, but he ends up dead with injuries that would only come from a beatdown to his head. And they're trying to say that she ran him over. Washington gun law is great. Yeah. Mark Smith of the Four Boxes Diner, he's good too. I really like both of them. So this is SCOTUS blog. The NRA, that was a clear First Amendment thing. The government was trying to get people they were threatening people that if you keep giving to the NRA, we're going to make business in New York kind of hard for you. And the thing is, that also talked about guidance letters, which the Biden administration, I got this from Mark Smith of the Four Boxes Diner. The Biden administration has been using guidance letters of, hey, you're doing business with this guy that's not smart. He's got bad ideas. The Supreme Court came out and said, no, that is 100% against the First Amendment. That's the government trying to silence free speech. Okay, National Bank escrow accounts. Okay. Judges reinstate death sentence for Arizona man. So they do good reporting here. It sucks that they decided, and what they went off Twitter for was really stupid. They didn't want to pay $8 a month for verification. Well, verification really isn't that big of a freaking deal. I'm verified. I paid the money, but it's really not that big of a deal. I paid it in a one-time thing too. And people are like, oh, look at Mr. Bunny Bags. It's $8 a month. I was paying more for Netflix. I think I was paying $13 a month for Netflix before I got rid of that. So that's what Netflix is $150 a year. So this is what, $100 a year? It's not a big deal. I went ahead and paid it primarily because I wanted Veteran Nation Foundation to be out there. So the day before he was supposed to turn in his phone, he took out the SIM card, broke it. Yeah, I did see that. He went onto a military base, and I'm like, why would you go on a military base to throw out your phone? He kind of made this special thing, but yeah, he pulled the SIM. He gets a letter telling him he's got to preserve evidence. Okay, so he goes, downloads everything off his phone, then takes the SIM card out, breaks it, smashes the phone, and throws those all away. And is like, well, here, we preserved everything. It's like, oh, yeah, that was on. Everything was preserved after you deleted it, and now you've smashed the SIM card, so we can't see what you deleted. So what's her name? The one McCabe wife, the woman who, oh my God, she looks guilty as hell. She was on the stand. And I think she's the ringleader because she just looks that guilty. And she's that controlling personality type. I could see that too. She had a bunch of calls that were deleted that were on the phone that she called, but not on her phone. And after she turns her phone in and says, "Look, I saved all the evidence," they're like, "Oh, well, there's calls missing. So what else is missing?" I was watching Uncivil Laws videos about that. DUI guy had some good videos, but he hasn't been doing as many as Uncivil Law. I do like Uncivil Law's content. He's got some pretty unique takes every once in a while. I don't know if you guys want to see a video of orangutan driving a golf cart and actually doing a good job of it. Oakland, California. Why would you live in Oakland, California and not be armed anymore? Some of this stuff I just can't show you guys. I'd like to. Oh, I'm definitely. I don't even want to see that one. That was a woman who had her arm caught in a press. I do not want to show that to you. I don't even want to see that. He only downloaded the text from Karen. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what he did. He only downloaded text from one person. Yeah, Jen McCabe. Yeah, she. What she is, I would like to say so much on this, but my channel would be taken down. Ooh, but I will see her next Tuesday. Now you know. History Underground had a great video of Dick Winter's speech today. Dick Winters. The actor? Dick Winters? Isn't that the guy from Gremlins? See, pictures of pretty women. I want to show them to you. I can't. Oh my God, some people. I went to school with a Jen McCabe. Okay, this woman lives up in Canton, Massachusetts. She's married to. Actually, here, let's pull her picture up. I'll give a shout out to Uncivil Law. Yeah, this woman, she yeah, she's definitely one who likes to be in control. That's for sure. Okay, I gotta go into his channel. Here, I'll share it with you guys now. Uncivil Law, boom. This is Uncivil Law's channel. It's got 137 subscribers. Very good for you, sir. Congratulations. Here she is. And I'm going to delete this. This is actually this video. I did watch it earlier. This is a great video. Here, I will take myself off the thing here. Well, there's actually several reasons. First off, AK-47 is a military weapon is automatic or will have an automatic burst. Those are not legal. People are not allowed to have those unless they have an FFL. So if you have an FFL, that's why you can have one. But if you have an FFL, you've had to pay federal taxes, like a tax stamp. You've had to pay for additional background checks. What people have when it comes to like an AR-15, and there are some AK-47 style semi-automatic rifles, those are semi-automatic, so they're not a military weapon. The military only uses semi-automatic for small arms, like your pistols. So people need those. Here's why. Believe it or not, even though I'm in the desert, bear have wandered down the mountain. There are people in my desert community who have come across bear. I have mountain lions out here. I should be able to own a semi-automatic rifle to be able to protect myself. And that's not discounting the fact that the government could absolutely come and try to impose an unlawful will upon us, as we saw at Ruby Ridge. Ruby Ridge, 3 law enforcement officers wore ghillie suits with sniper rifles and went onto a man's property, a man who was not suspected of any type of major gun crime. He was suspected of a misdemeanor, and they wanted to make him an informant, and he told them to shove off. 3 federal agents in ghillie suits with sniper rifles came onto his property. His son is going out hunting. The dog alerts to these 3 guys. They shoot the dog and his son. That is completely and totally unlawful. And that is a provocation by the government. That is why you need semi-automatic weapons. I'm blanking on the gentleman's name right now from Ruby Ridge, but had he not been armed, he likely would be dead. He would likely be dead. The fact that there was a standoff in Ruby Ridge is why he's alive. His son was shot. His pregnant wife, who was holding their baby, was shot and killed. She was unarmed. There you go. That's why people need a semi-automatic rifle. That's why. Yeah, you have to have a Class 3 license for automatic weapons. Yeah, and right now under the NFA, no one, unless if you have those certain licenses, you can't have an automatic weapon. There are ways to own a tank, but certain things have to be demilled, and you have to have inspection of that before you can own it. That's a reasonable, like, if I want to own a tank, what is it your business of mine? I should be allowed to own a tank. If I'm complying with the law, I don't see what the problem is. If you notice, of all these school shootings that we've been seeing, many of them either got their guns by illegal means, or the background check didn't catch things. So what we should be asking is, why is there a failure of our background check system? That's what we should be asking. Why are people who have mental health, where they've been put into a hospital for mental health, why is that not coming up on a background check? Why are illegals and immigrants being allowed to own weapons? You're not asking these questions, are you? The Orlando shooter, that was an immigrant. The San Bernardino shooter were immigrants. The Boston bombers, immigrants. So, why are we trying to take guns away from law-abiding Americans when there's people getting them that really should not be getting them? The one guy up in New York who took the AR-15, he was known to the local police, had mental health conditions. Why? He spent time in a mental health facility in New York. Why was he able to get a weapon? New York, we had a gentleman on who he voluntarily went for just observation in a mental health facility while he was in the Army, was discharged. They said he had no problems. He went back and served in the Army, gets out, goes home to Oregon, tries to buy a weapon, and is denied because New York put him on a red flag law list, even though he was perfectly fine. But yet they didn't catch the shooter, who was already known to police and who had been spent time in a mental health facility. These laws are very, very broken, and we should not be denying Americans, and we should not be confiscating guns until we fix these laws. There are ways to do that. And The will has to be there to fix the laws. Problem is, every time we go to fix the laws, there are people who want to institute gun bans, which are absolutely illegal. And the Supreme Court, they're not gonna do it this term. There's going to be several cases where they are going to again have to tell these courts, look, here is our ruling, both in Heller and in the New York Rifle Pistol Club. In these two things, we told you, here's where people can and cannot have certain guns. But yet, a lot of these states like Illinois and New York and California keep going way further and saying, oh, no, this is a gun-free zone. No, it's not. No, it's not. There are rules as to where a gun-free zone can be. Supreme Court has already adjudicated this, but these states think they can. Well, we'll pass another law. It's already been ruled unconstitutional. Democrat votes. Yeah, that's right, Don. They are trying to get Democrat votes. Democrats need to learn this. I'm asking these questions. I feel it's too easy to get the weapons. I don't feel you should be able to order a gun online. I don't believe gun bans. I don't believe in gun bans because they don't work. You can order a gun online. Actually, in my state, if you have to send the gun to a licensed dealer, and before that gun can be released to you, you have to go through a background check. Many guns and many states are like that. I don't want to say you can't order a gun online. I do know there are cases, but every state has its own rules, and it's really not that easy. Really isn't. And the other thing is, we should have constitutional carry. If I am a legal, lawful gun owner and I can get a concealed carry in my state, I should be able to carry concealed in every state. There should not be any problem with that. Guns have to be sent to FFL dealers. Yeah, I know here in California that's true. I think it's true of every state. It's not easy to get a gun. I can't get any because I have a diagnosis. I'm the last person that needs to be disarmed. Yeah. Kahano's a good example. He has sought mental health treatment. Now, I believe you can actually get a gun because you were not committed against your own volition. You said, hey, I've got these issues. I want treatment. That means you can still get a gun. You're the one saying, I need help. We should not be deterring people from mental health help. We should want them to go get help. But it would be if you were forcefully committed against your will that you cannot own a weapon. So if they're yelling and screaming and causing a disturbance, cops arrest them and realize, okay, this guy he has a problem, and the doctor says, yeah, this guy has this condition. Until that individual shows that they're competent and can go in front of a judge and have another doctor say, yes, this person is mentally fit to own a weapon. Yeah, in that case. But these red flag laws, as you saw in New York, red flag laws don't work. Why are we passing crap that doesn't work? It's a waste of everyone's time. All it does is affect lawful gun owners. Yeah, if you're not 302, yeah, and see, in the case of the one gentleman, I can't remember his name. I'll come up with it though. He was a young man too. Served honorably in the Army after his mental health crisis. He just had a short crisis. Asked to be, hey, I just want to go get some help, and he went to the hospital. He got de-stressed. They went through, talked to him. He remained in therapy, and they were like, okay, yeah, you're fine. And then you have New York, who he doesn't even live in New York anymore, telling him, nope, you can't buy guns in Oregon. What's the matter with you? Now that's where this stuff breaks down. Should it have been on a background check? Yeah, it probably should. They probably should have. It probably should have come up, and they said, hold on here, we got to have the FBI weigh in, and then the FBI then say, oh yeah, he was given the all clear by his doctors. He's good. That's how it should go. Because it should be known to the FBI. But the guy who shot up that grocery store in New York, up in upstate New York, he was known to the local authorities, and he still got a gun. How is that happening? Get off of there. You don't need to be up here. That's the problem. It's these gun laws are broken, but every time we try to fix them, it's primarily Democrats there are some Republicans, some rhinos who are like, oh, no, we have to ban these things. No, we shouldn't be banning anything. That's goes completely against the Second Amendment. So we shouldn't be banning anything. And what we should be doing is passing constitutional. I'm in California, if you're asking me. George Weller, Daryl Edward Brooks, both drove cars into crowds of people, injuring and killing many. No background. Yeah. A car is just as dangerous as a gun, and there are way more cars. Once people realize that, oh, I can kill more people, trust me, they'll get off guns and they'll go to cars. You know, people who are crazy are going to do whatever they can. We shouldn't, you know. Someone said, you know, here we are in 2023, and we got out of Afghanistan. The Taliban is back in charge of Afghanistan, but we still have to take our shoes off at the airport. We gave up that freedom. And we're not going to get it back. My husband had an issue when he moved to the U.S. because he had punched a guy and knocked him out. He retrieved the UK records and had to submit them each time he renewed his concealed carry. Yeah. If there's those issues, you shouldn't be prevented. There maybe needs to be some additional steps. I'm okay with that. Additional steps is not telling people no. However, you get these states like here in California, the Supreme Court should have taken Peruta v. California, because that case was bullshit. Even the Ninth Circuit was a Ninth Circuit panel was like, no. These guns are unconstitutional. Because for Ed Peruta, who I've personally talked with, he walked into the sheriff's department in San Diego, and they were like, well, you haven't paid all the fees. And he was like, how much are the fees? And the sheriff's deputy said, well, how much money do you have? That's illegal. They were not going to give him a concealed carry. He's a retired law enforcement, and he does PI work. The man should have a concealed carry permit, but they weren't going to give it to him. They were trying to extort money out of him. So he sued. It went all the way up to the Ninth Circuit panel, who said, yeah, this law is unconstitutional, throw it out. And then it was then all of a sudden at the last minute, Kamala Harris then said, oh, this isn't Ed Peruta versus San Diego, it's Ed Peruta versus state of California. They changed the case so then it could go in front of a full panel, what is it, 13-judge panel of the Ninth Circuit, who then denied it. Supreme Court should have taken that, and that was back in 2016. They denied it, and we're still fighting that fight. But there are a couple good cases that will be coming in the next month. We've got 28 days. I'm totally against fireworks. Too many idiots light them up. Hey, I agree with you on that. We don't have a constitutional right to fireworks, though. There's the rub. As I've told many people, if you're against guns, I got it. I understand it. You don't have to be for them, but you need to amend the Constitution. And, you know, for Democrats, they fall into this gun trap. Guns are a loser issue. And on the Republicans, I've said this: abortion is a loser issue. Yeah, it may drive your fundraising. You may have a minority who's very passionate about it, but the moment you start taking this in front of the people, it's going to get rejected most times out of none. I mean, they couldn't get a simple abortion ban in Kansas, of all places. If you can't pass that in Kansas, you're not getting it anywhere else. Republicans need to give up on abortion. You won with Roe v. Wade. It's a state issue. Keep it off the ballot, because every time you put it on the ballot, you lose. And Democrats, every time they put guns on the ballot, they lose. They lose big. And they play games. In these two issues, people play games with the polling. And that's where the problem is. They play games with the polling to make it look like, oh, everyone's on my side, but then they believe everyone's on my side until comes time to vote. California will not put any of these gun bans on the ballot. California does everything on the ballot. And why will they not put it on the ballot? This is probably the most liberal state, next to maybe Hawaii. Why will they not put it on the ballot, the full ballot for the state? Because they know it's probably going to get voted down. There's a lot of Democrats out there who love guns. There's a lot of Democrats in very rough areas like Oakland if you're a law-abiding Democrat there, you want a gun. You should have a gun. I have a neighbor that used to shoot off fireworks every weekend starting June 1st, no matter if it was fire ban or not. That's just stupid. I actually had a very good family friend who died at a local fireworks display. It was a town fireworks display. And I don't know exactly what the details were, but projectiles started coming into the crowd and killed him as he was holding his child. It wasn't I wasn't for guns because of seeing what they had done or what they almost did. When I moved with my husband, I told him that we would need to learn how to use them if they were in the house. And that's fair. Yeah, you should. I've told so many women you should have a gun because guns stop rape. But there are two things I always tell them. First off, know how to use it. Go use it, practice with it. You want to be comfortable with it. The more comfortable you are, the safer you'll be. And then the second thing is never, ever, ever keep it in your purse. Because if you're going to get assaulted, most times people are going for your purse. And that's your lifeline. You want to keep it on your hip. Keep it on your hip. Have positive control. When you pull that, have two hands on it. So when they go to try to take it from you, you can fight back. But you see these cowboys, and there's a lot of gun people who this is on Twitter, so I'm probably going to get some hate. That's where I get the most hate on Twitter is actually from gun Twitter. And I'm not really saying anything that crazy. But you see a lot of these cowboys who post their videos and they're shooting guns all fancy. No, positive control of it. Keep it right here in your chest. If someone's going to come grab it, you want to have all the power and weight of your body to be able to pull back and still fire good shots. Good audio, good video. Live in SoCal. Let's go. Where do you live in SoCal? You don't have to tell me exactly, but you can see I've got my board right here and I'm tracking where everyone is. So I want to be able to put a pin for where you live. I live right near Joshua Tree National Park. That's where I'm at. I would love to do a SoCal meetup. My husband taught me, and I took a class at a local gun range. Here's the thing. I am more fortunate than most people because as a logistics officer, and Don, who's in the chat, I served with Don, and I was the logistics officer. Every command I went to, they would always give me two things. I would get safety, and I would get the armory. So I had a lot of time to talk with gunsmiths. People know a lot of stuff about guns. People who shoot guns regularly outside of the Marine Corps. And let me just say, I can tell you when it comes to gun knowledge, I am not an expert at all. I probably shot weapons more than anyone in this chat, with maybe the exception of Don. And I'll tell you, I am a novice. There are so many things those guys taught me that, I would never have known otherwise. And just being in the military does not make you a gun expert. That's the other thing I'll say. My father was in the Army. He taught us how to use them, but also how to respect them. Yeah, that's one thing I see, and this is coming from the safety side. The safest thing I've ever seen someone with a gun, we call it in the Marine Corps headspace. You put it right here in front of you. So you could visually see that the handgun barrel is up, but it's right in your field of vision. And they teach us to keep our hand like this, so it's always right there in your vision when you're moving in the range. Because with a handgun, those barrels can go every which way. And trust me, I've seen negligent discharges. I've seen people injured. Even if you don't injure someone, you don't want to have a negligent discharge. Sorry, my throat's a little bit dry, so the words are going to stick a bit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pull up a thing here. I'll pull that video up again and let you guys, for those of you guys who missed the video earlier, I'm going to put that back up because I'm going to go get something to drink because my throat's very dry, and that's why I'm stumbling over all my words. Okay. So here, I'm going to put this back up, and you guys can watch this again as I go get something to drink very quickly. I forgot that when I take out the thing, it mutes me as well. So here you I apologize. I don't know why this is muted. Why is this thing mute site? Okay. Unmute site. Okay, let's do this. So here, I'll stop sharing. I'll see. Maybe this will fix it. I don't know what's going on now. We had sound. We did have it. Well, I'll put it back up because it does have the subtitles. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's not doing the audio.
ID.
What?
Because this is federal property and you're not a veteran.
I'm not.
I just asked you if you were a veteran. You told me no.
I did?
Like when I asked you if you're a veteran, you said no.
I said yes.
Are you a veteran?
Yes.
All right, what's your last four, bro?
I'm not telling you my last one. I don't know you.
What's your name?
Who are you? Get away from me.
What is your name?
You want to be famous?
That's fine. Okay, what's
What
your
is this shit? Get your hand off my car, sir.
Get out the car.
Look at him. His hand's on his gun.
You're a choice.
You're ugly.
You're a choice.
You're
That's
ugly.
great. Hands on the move.
All right, they're arresting me. Freaking tired. Are your body cams on?
Put that phone down.
Whoa there, Tiger.
Put the phone
You just
down.
assaulted
Put the
me.
phone
You
down.
just assaulted me. He just punched my hand trying to get my phone. You know you're crooked. You guys know what you're doing. You guys broke every rule. Fired. Fired. Fired.
Are you a veteran?
There we go. So that's the video we were watching earlier. Even people who have shot for years make mistakes. Yep. Very true. If you follow the forced gun safety rules, if you follow those, and I know people are trying to add a fifth and a sixth, it really, trust me on this, as a safety officer, you follow those 4 rules. Even if you mess up on one, you're not going to have a negligent discharge. To have an ND, you have to break all 4 gun safety rules. Because they get complacent. Yep. Numismatic is here. Welcome. It was good talking with you on Chris's show the other day. Check out Chris Stockton's show. Gun jams. If you hold it up in front of your face, the slide drops and the gun goes off straight up. Yep. When I lived in Alaska, one of the high schools I went to had a shooting range in the basement of the gym. You could take rifle. Yeah, we moved away from that, and that's why people are being unsafe. My sons were all taught proper handling of firearms when they got their own homes. They took appropriate precautions, never had an issue. Yeah, most people won't. My wife, having lived on base, would not allow any weapons in the house, so I respected her and never brought any into my home. Did you not have sound on that? Or from what I saw, we were able to kick it in. Where I live, sportsman clubs, cheap membership. They give you a key card, shoot any time of the day or night you want to. No magnums. Pick up your casings, turn off the lights on your way out. Yep. Okay, you heard sound. Yeah, I still can't get over this video. My friend's dad, who taught me, shot his fingertip off. Oh, just be glad it was that tip. Didn't. We had ranges in our high schools as well. You'll never see that again in Canada. Yeah, Canada, I feel really bad for you guys. I've watched the gun confiscations and stuff they're doing. That's it's always the first step before the tyrants come in. Okay, okay. I do want to show this. Our school has a shooting range. We have rifle competitions. Yeah, they should. So, what I'm going to show you guys, it's from a Twitter feed. Now, this has to do with Rakita Law, okay? Rakita Law was just arrested he was arrested with his wife and his mistress, April Imulte. And they were introduced by Chrissy Mayer. So I'm going to put this up, and I'll keep myself here. Okay. Here, I'll just keep it like this. If you guys have a hard time hearing or seeing, but here's my point with this. Chrissy Mayer is the one who introduced these people. She's the one who was pushing coke onto these people. She runs in a circle of comedians, and they're all cokeheads. And in this clip, she's talking with one of her cokeheads, Kanu Thompson, which I don't know. I would imagine she's into coke, but I know her boyfriend absolutely is. Gino Bisconti, he is so far. He is an addict, and it's drugs and alcohol. But we're talking about. They're talking about Rakita here and April Imulte here. So this is the instigator, this redhead right here. That's Chrissy Mayer. And I know people are like, "Oh, she's a conservative." She is not. She is a faker. She is. I've been watching her for years. She is one of these fakers. She was at January 6th, and she's never been questioned. Really? So I'm gonna play this for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Nick. I talked to Aaron still. I have not heard from April. She will not. I can't get a text back from that girl.
I
But you
heard from
talked
her
to
a couple
Nick?
weeks ago. Yeah.
Not on the phone, but we text.
Okay.
Yeah, and I text, and I've talked to Aaron a few times on the phone.
April, I haven't talked to in probably like 3 weeks now. But as far as being a bridesmaid in my wedding, I don't know what's going on with her. But if she's doing okay and wants to be a bridesmaid, I would never stop her from doing that. So I'd be, if she were happy, healthy, and okay, and she just decided the day of to come and, I'd let her do it. I
You'd
wouldn't
be
care.
okay with her not saying anything, not responding to you.
I love
And
her.
then she shows up the day of your wedding, not knowing what to do, where to go.
Such a freaking
No
instigator.
rehearsal dinner, no chat with the rest of the bridal
Chrissy
party.
is
She just wants to
disgusting.
show up.
Okay, if she brought Nick Recato with her, I'd have a problem. All right,
As her
I'd have a
plus
big
one.
problem.
Tell
They
her she
would
doesn't
be-
get a +1.
She does not.
These
get
are
a
her
plus
friends she's
one,
talking about,
okay?
people.
But no, I would be if she were happy, healthy, and I swear to God, 2 days before, if she said, "I really want to come and
You're
come to the
too
wedding,"
easygoing. You got it. There's some things you have to know in advance, and I think a wedding is one of them. Where you,
yeah,
I think a good person would not leave you hanging on your wedding. One way. or the
yes,
The woman was just arrested. She left her husband. Why is it? Did this freeze up? Okay, I'm moving. There we go. So April Molte got into coke, got into swinging. Chrissy Mayer was the one who brought all these people together. So this, I don't know about Lila Hart, but I know Chrissy and Kanu, they run in drug circles, and Chrissy is just milking this for views. Like, people were accusing me of gossip. All I did was report on things that I could tell you were facts. And my point was nothing about Nick Arcade. It was about what a POS Chrissy Mayer and her now husband, Frank Pellegrino, what a piece of crap they are. They leave a wake of destruction. And Kahanu, who is the woman who's getting married, and Gino, they're part of that destruction. They just haven't hit their rock bottom yet. And if they're happy and healthy, she's not happy and healthy. She just got arrested with the husband and wife that she's been sleeping with and doing coke with. That's not happy and healthy. She's not coming to your wedding, most likely. She's probably going to be doing drugs or in rehab. That's all I'm going to say about that, because it was on my Twitter feed. But yeah, there we go. The pieces of crap are being found out. Numismatics off to bed. Don't blame me. It's late. I'm going to be off the bed here. 7, 8's not it. Well, Chrissy likes to bring on a lot of OnlyFans, porn stars, sex workers. That's what she does. That's why when Nick Recato was going on, when really most conservatives go on her show, I'm just like, okay, I'll see what this is about. But I've been watching Chrissy Mayer do things for the last 5-6 years, and yeah, I can tell you right now, she's the problem. She's the problem. She's the one in her. Yeah, right. Amy Whitehouse should have gone to rehab. Sleep is overrated. Now you sound like the people waking me up for Firewatch. Hey man, sleep's overrated. Get up, you got watch. I'm Rick James, bitch. Looking to see what else is going. So much Pride stuff. It's Pride Month, aka Groomer Month. They had a teddy bear in Palm Springs, not far from me, that had a ball gag in its mouth. Freaking really? That's just look. If you want to be prideful, fine. Don't be disgusting. No one wants that. Stop being disgusting, and that goes of heterosexual people too. I've got a problem with people being disgusting. So much stuff I want to be able to show you guys, but I just can't. This is why I should do memberships, so then I can put it behind a small little paywall and put it behind a paywall and let people. Okay, this is a tweet I'm going to show you guys of one of my favorite comedians. This is Andrew Zenhauser. Danny Elfman looks like the chick that hangs out outside the 7-Eleven that needs $1 for bus fare. Look at him. Oh my God. He absolutely does. He is such a great comedian. Yeah. If you're on Twitter and you want to follow Anthony Zenheiser, he's at the Zen Comic. Let's see what else we got. The fight we already watched. Trying to see if there's anything else. Sam Kinison is one of my all-time favorites. Yep. So I love Sam Kinison. He was great. A lot of people today don't know about him. And I've been reintroducing Sam Kinison to people. These younger generations, when they watch him, they finally realize why Gen Z is the way we are. We grew up with people like him, but he died just north of Needles, off 95, and I do take that highway every once in a while. In fact, I'll be on it again this week, and I would like to find the spot where he died. And it's an interesting thing when you start reading the details on his death. Pretty interesting. Okay, we're gonna go back here to Legal Mindset. Rakeda unloads on Legal Mindset, who has been proven wrong on just about everything he's said about the case so far. No, that's false. I can tell you that right now. Calls him a lazy eye fake Chad. Ethan Ralph is not exactly he's not really an unbiased guy. I've watched Legal Mindset. I've watched Uncivil Law. Those are the two guys who I do watch the most when it comes to LawTube. And they've talked about Nick Rakita. I've also listened to Megan Fox about Nick Rakita. I can tell you Legal Mindset he's not been proven wrong on just about everything. He hasn't. In fact, he is the one who said he saw Nick's DMs and said, Nick needs to stop doing this. They're going to get published. Someone in this, there's like 30 people in the DM chat. Someone's going to leak these. And sure enough, they were leaked by Ethan Ralph. People keep asking me to defend myself or whatever. People get to make their judgments. I'd never begrudge that. That said, some commenters' legal acumen is as pathetic as their advice on women. Lazy eye, fake Chad. Okay. Nick Rakita, that's not really That's not really a defense. And you need to shut the hell up. Just like you would have told any of your clients, shut the hell up. You need to shut the hell up, Nick Rakita, and you should also go to freaking rehab, dude. I was so sad when he passed. Yeah. Yeah, take a look at some of the stuff about Sam Kinnison's death. You know, he was a Pentecostal preacher. And before he died, he only had, they believe, minor injuries after the accident. They were more worried about his girlfriend. But he got out. He was fluent. He was talking to people. But then he started talking to someone who wasn't there, and as if it was someone coming to take him away. And there are some people who, like his brother, who believes he was talking to angels in the final moments. But it's a very interesting case. There's people here I don't want to give any attention to. There's I want to put that up, but I don't want to. I'm not trying to start fights. I've done enough already tonight to start fights. I'll probably end up with some hate mail. I don't really care. The people I was starting fights with tonight, I don't. Hey, Jamie's in the house. Welcome. Good to see you, Jamie. You don't have to give me attention. You guys are fun. You guys are so much fun. If you're into VTubers, you're a loser. What's a VTuber? Let's see if I can find out. Oh, anime. Okay, don't care. I don't care about anime. Mike, you live in the desert. There wouldn't be world hunger if you would just live where the food is. That's a great. It's a great Sam Kinison bit, and it's so freaking true. Like, some of these people, yeah, I live in a very poor community. Some of these people are like, we don't have services out here. I'm like, you should probably move. You don't have much that you need to move. Half of your stuff is junk. I would leave it behind and move. But that's how you get all these Californians moving to Austin, Texas. And Texans don't want them. They're like, yep, go back to California. Thank you, Kahanu. I don't deserve friends who are as good as they are. Like, some of you guys here are just such amazing friends. Don, I've known you for years. Kahanu, we've worked together on things already. You're great. I don't deserve the fans of the show that I have. I just saw something I want to show, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I'm being good. I've got Jesus on my side. He's telling me not to sin. He's telling me not to show certain things. Okay, hold on. This is a meme I'm going to share. When you get paid for 1 hour and still got 57 minutes left. Gotta get your money's worth. You gotta get your money's worth. That's hilarious. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Did you hear about the converted hotel in Atlanta for veterans that will be opening soon? It's a fairly large hotel, homeless veterans. No, I have not. That's awesome. Now, if we can get the city of Los Angeles to give us our land back and take it away from UCLA and Brentwood City Schools, that's what we need to do. That's a legal case. I'm keeping an eye on. I remember that message on TV. Some of these people, like I follow back everybody on Twitter, but some people do some really dumb things and they post some really dumb things just for attention. And like, I'll post funny stuff because I want people to laugh, and I'll post a lot of stuff to make a certain person or two people laugh. And it's great when other people are laughing on it, but when it becomes very obvious people just posting things for attention, it's like, ugh. It's an issue here. They have a city-ran homeless camp on an Air Force base with 0 homeless veterans. That's almost all California is a Bidenville. Just tent cities everywhere you go. It's really bad. I feel bad for Don. He's got to live amongst the worst of it. Sorry, I'm just going through. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to show this video. I haven't seen all of it. This could be bad. Oh, I'm warning you folks, this could be bad. And you'll know as soon as I put it on the screen. This could be bad. Yep. Whenever I see someone trying to climb these type of
Il a failli se niquer, mais je crois qu'il va se niquer ce qu'il
Okay, not as bad as what I thought it would be. That could have been a bad video.
Il est bloqué.
And sitting here and laughing at him is what you should be doing.
C'est pas possible.
Oh my god, that is amazing. Oh my god, that one was great. I was nervous. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, this could end up as an impaling. Ugh, that would have been bad if it was. Glad it wasn't. Mexico has a new president, Claudia Sheinbaum. Okay. Lots of hockey stuff, hockey fans being jerks. Blair White got kicked out of a pride gathering. That's funny. He depanced himself, right? I don't care about the WNBA like most women in this world. They get so mad when you talk about the WNBA, and it's like, what's your favorite players? Name me 5 of them, and they never can. It's like, stop with this fake outrage. You don't care about the WNBA, and neither do I. Maybe if we put some more men into it, it'll get interesting. Get us some. Can Leah Thomas dribble a ball? Let's put her in the WNBA. Okay, there's stuff. Caitlin Clark is kicking ass. Is she? I don't know. Haven't paid much attention. I'm not seeing that much. So I'm going to go ahead and I think we're going to start shutting this thing down. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff before we get out of here. I'm just going to take a look. Okay, yeah, no one posting on there. But I didn't watch Jeremy Hale's thing. I'll watch that tomorrow when I'm at work. So I'll see how that goes. The View Pigs are talking about the racial crap in the WNBA. No one cares about the WNBA. No one cares. ESPN has been pushing it down our throats for 30 freaking years. No one cares about the WNBA. We don't even care about tennis. There's those 5 days in the summer where Wimbledon's going and every other sport is on hiatus, and it's like, yes, we still don't watch tennis. Stop. No one cares. The Butches are jealous and targeting her. Oh, I bet they are. And you know, I was amongst the WNBA people last night. I went to a Sarah McLachlan concert on the first day of Pride Month. Let me just say, this short haircut was not the most butch haircut in the joint. We were, the opening act, I think she was doing songs from her spoken word opera about pear-shaped women. It was definitely that type of an act. I was just like, okay. But Sarah McLachlan, she's got some good songs. She had a couple good songs. It was free tickets through VetTix. All of you veterans should be signing up for vettix.org. I only had to pay the Ticketmaster fee, so it was $13 for 2 tickets. Not bad tickets either. Definitely way lower than the $40 a seat price, I think is what it was going for. So we went to that and got to see what I wanted to see. We didn't stick around for the whole thing, but I also go to bed early. In fact, it's getting to be my night time. So, but we enjoyed it. I'll share that. You're going to clip a lot of this, aren't you, Chris? You're going to be like, hey, check out what Mike said. But I'm going to get going off here. It was good being able to spend this time with you all tonight. I appreciate all of you. Go to Veteran Nation Foundation, buy a hat, buy a shirt, buy a coffee mug. I gotta get a new coffee mug. You know what? Maybe I'll do that when I get off. I'll order a new coffee mug. But yeah, and also give me more T-shirt ideas, things you guys want to see. And I got to get some stickers. I got to put stickers up there. I keep forgetting to do that. But you all have a very great night. And as usual, thank you for being worth serving.